Hello! We are on the mount of the second wave of COVID 19 all over Europe, America, and other places in the world, as lockdown has been reinforced on and off, here and there on a map that changes every single day in response to the prevalence of COVID cases. Let's review the facts to examine why COVID is so invisible before our eyes. But first, 2020 didn't go completely wasted, but with a noteworthy achievement actually. We have done so well in the standard infection control against the common respiratory diseases that together we have brought down the seasonal flu over the winters compared to the same time point in other years. Clearly, washing hands has done the magic, and also other hygienic and physical distancing measures has been the strong support. So what makes COVID sneakier? And how did it split out control? How about stepping back a bit and do a little math on the real life situation? Let's just take COVID out of the scene completely for a whole minute. Remember, you haven't heard anything about COVID just yet, and this was a beautiful word before all this happened, okay? On an average day, how many people can you hold a long conversation with? Let's say you are absolutely delightful person. 10 people love to speak to you on a daily basis. Imagine one start having a little temperature, feeling slightly chilly, and you start losing your sense of smell and taste completely. Do you still have the spirit to run around and tell those 10 people how horrible you feel on that particular day? Let alone when you are too busy coughing. So, it's never one intention to spread such awful experience to any other people, especially your loved ones. COVID had the rate of infection between 1.4 to 3.9, which deemed it to be highly contagious. Months of record has pointed out that the main transmission of COVID is when people are not even aware the presence of COVID inside the body. And what is worse, you might never know you ever had it and pass it on. But how such a virus has caused tremendous record of fatality and horrible disease progress and patients in the hospital can be so invisible in the others? Is it even real? The media is already overwhelmed with heart-wrenching COVID stories, but we're gonna just zoom in the fatness of COVID-19 that makes it so hard to be received. Let's set up two categories for these CAP situations: the asymptomatic subjects with no detectable symptoms and the mild symptoms that are easily overlooked. To explain the symptoms, we have to walk through the COVID journey from when the virus entered the body. First, the virus enters the respiratory tract via aerosol droplets. This is your entire airway up to the nasal cavity and down to the lungs. Second, the virus firstly attacks the lining of the alveoli. These are the air sacs that take up oxygen for the body. The invasion of the virus immediately alerts the immune system to fight back. The early mild symptoms of COVID-19, whether they want to exacerbate or go away, falls into two groups: the disease progress and the immune side response. Let's say loss of smells and taste. Some reporters as the earliest noticeable symptoms of COVID-19. The virus attack the neuroepithelium of the upper lining of nasal cavity, causing loss of smell. Similarly, the virus attacks the taste bud on the surface of the tongue. As I mentioned, the immune system is involved when the body is attacked. That explains fatigue, fever, and dry cough. Alveolar and other cells in the body get attacked by the virus, alert to the immune system to come to the scene and release cytokine, the signal of danger broadcasted to the entire body. Yes, your guess is correct. Cytokine shouts the cough-generated centra in the brainstem to produce dry cough, possibly an attempt to expel the virus out of the airway. Even louder, cytokines tell the preoptic area in the hypothalamus to heat up the entire body and speed up all the immune reactions to clear out the infection as soon as possible. What a dramatic response, isn't it? It helps not only humans, but most of the animal kingdom to doctor ourselves for millions of years. And guess what? The entire process takes up so much energy, and here comes fatigue. These are the standard inflammatory response against the viral infection, and so are presented in COVID-19. Overall, it all comes down to a direct competition between the level of immune response and the virus infection. A person is attacked by a virus, the immune system is strong enough to fight back. Some might go away quickly, and some take some time. But what is more, in COVID-19, that people are suffering in more severe cases? Right, we need much more space and time to discuss about that. And severe cases and long COVID symptoms. What went wrong? To sum up, the majority of mild symptoms of COVID-19 are actually the immune response trying to clear up the virus infection. What a dilemma, isn't it? What's the deal with asymptomatic situations? There are evidences available now showing a quick immune response while testing the blood never been exposed to SARS-CoV-2 before. The conclusion is that some people were born with an immune system responding to this virus so quickly that it doesn't have enough time to build up in the body or to cause any sufficient damage. Another suggestion is that some people might already been trained with previous infection with similar virus, that now the immune system can respond so quickly. However, a big precaution with this highly contagious COVID-19 is that the first thing it does after entering your body is not to damage your cells just yet, but to disperse over the close circle around you. Scientists have pointed out up to 45% of transmission of COVID-19 are through asymptomatic carriers. The insidious process is just too quiet and deep in the population that only mass testing can pinpoint. I am a COVID testing technician myself, and I understand deeply how bizarre the swab feels like. But this is really one way out of this tunnel, guys. And this is also the reason why lockdown is an effective measure to help to bring down the cases and stop overwhelming the hospitals. Coming to the future, we all understand the safe way out COVID-19 is to make sure it doesn't hide under asymptomatic carriers, which is so hard to catch. But fortunately, we have 3 vaccines already approved by the NHS UK. 2 of them already obtained the emergency use authorizations by the FDA, and those are our best shots to look forward. But in the meantime, now let's still share virtual hugs and Happy New Year! My name is Viet Hang, by the way.